So when plants are lacking phosphorus or they don't see phosphorus in the soluble form to a great extent, and thus they're deficient, what do we observe in terms of the deficiency itself? Well, it's shown in this picture, and I have a listing of various observations that you might make. But the classic observation is dark purpling of leaves, like you see in this corn plant on the right. I actually took this picture of this corn after it was following sugar beets. Sugar beets was grown in this field the year before, and the sugar beet does not need arbuscular mycorrhizal associations to thrive properly, but corn certainly does. So this plant was suffering from phosphorus early on in the season because of the lack of AM fungal associations. Regardless, what do we see in terms of deficiency symptoms? Dark purpling of leaves. Now, there's more to it than that, okay? You typically see also some stunting, but it says dark green to purple leaves, but really dark purple. And where do you see it? This is classic, right? It's not across the entire plant. It's, where is it? Older or newer leaves. If you look at this picture here, it is in the lower leaves in corn, or i.e. the older leaves. Always manifests itself in older leaves. So another question is, does that mean that phosphorus is mobile or immobile in plants? What this means is that phosphorus is mobile in plants. The plant is perceiving a phosphorus deficiency symptom, and what does it do? If it can't obtain phosphorus from the soil, it obtains it from the older leaves and translocates phosphorus to the newer leaves. This is much like nitrogen deficiency. Nitrogen deficiency, also a macronutrient, manifests itself in older leaves. Nitrogen is mobile in plants and is translocated from older to newer leaves. Same thing with phosphorus, except you don't see this classic V-shape deficiency or necrosis like you would in older leaves in corn. You see purpling of leaves. So let me share with you some other pictures. So here is a phosphorus deficiency in wheat. And where do you see the purpling color? You see it in the older leaves, the leaves at the very bottom of these wheat plants. Here's phosphorus deficiency in various stages in daisy. So the leaf in the back is severely deficient, and this leaf up near the front is just starting to become deficient. I would assume that the leaf in the back is older. It's one of the older leaves than the leaf that's in the front. In fact, some of these leaves, look at this leaf in the center between these two red arrows. This leaf looks like it's toast. It is dead, and that's probably from phosphorus deficiency. Let me share with you one other picture, and this picture is phosphorus deficiency in grape. And it's hard to tell that this is an older leaf, but if you've ever worked with grapes or walked in a vineyard, maybe like in the northeast part of the state of Ohio, the northwest part of Pennsylvania, or southwestern New York, you might see this deficiency, and you would see it in leaves that are really, really big, like you see in this picture. And the leaves that are really, really big are the older leaves. This is a classic phosphorus deficiency symptom. P color, phosphorus color, it's phosphorus, uh, purple color in the older leaves, which equals phosphorus deficiency.